the gap in the door. It's a separate reality. The only me is me, and you're sure the only you is you.
There's a new unclassified UFO video revealed at today's Congressional UAP hearing, so I decided to take a closer look at this. Here's how the Hill describes the situation. At a House Oversight Committee hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena, September 9th, Representative Eric Burleson, Republican Missouri, shared drone footage from October 24 showing a flying object which he describes as an orb off the coast of Yemen. It was hit by a projectile fired from a second off-screen drone. The unidentified craft appears damaged, but along with some small pieces of debris, it immediately returns to its original course. Burleson asked witness George Knapp, a journalist who has conducted research into UAPs, for his take on the material. Knapp and Burleson both expressed their opinion that such videos should be shared with Congress. Knapp sums up the video at the center of such evidence. He just says, "What is that?" Representative Anna Paulina Luna describes it. New military surveillance video showing a UAP splitting a Hellfire missile in mid-air. So this description does appear to be a little bit different than the Hill description of a projectile damaging a UFO. She indicates that the UAP splits or damages the Hellfire missile. So let's look at the video. So in this video, I'm starting from 19 seconds. You see the object here, another object here. I'll play it without interference. So that's the sequence, and this is it, whatever this is breaking up. I'll go back and show it again here. Now we're going to go ahead and frame walk it. So you see the object is right there. But this to me appears to be a type of missile. Now with this incoming object, notice how it follows a curved trajectory. So it just kind of curves right here after it strikes this object. This is what a Hellfire missile looks like. Now if Representative Luna is correct, then the question would be if this center splintering object is the Hellfire missile being diced up by a UAP. To me, this like little tiny thing at the end looks like a propulsion system. So I can somehow see this being the Hellfire missile. Luna does clarify her position on what object is what in this clip.
United States government arsenal that can split a Hellfire missile like this.
No.
And do whatever blob thing it did and then keep going? Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, how about you, Chief Wiegand?
So by her position, the object doing the blob thing is the UAP or UFO. An important feature to note with this video is that the blob thing continues to travel at a very high speed without immediate obvious deceleration, as you can see by the flying background. So it's struck and is still flying at a very high rate of speed, and the little particles are also flying at a high rate of speed. And it almost seems like the particles are trying to trail the larger blob. Like there's the larger blob going down towards the bottom of the screen and like a lot of smaller blobs following it. It was very interesting. An account called UFO Podcast says, "Okay, I've spoken to a few folks I trust enough to know better than me. The video today is almost definitely a balloon. Just need to take that one on the chin. It'll have plenty of analysis done by experts soon enough. Be great to see otherwise, but I doubt it." A balloon traveling at that really high rate of speed, apparently. And to this, ProPixel Video Analysis and Research says, "You need to find some other people to trust because this is not a balloon. Physics says so." Mr. says, "If true, why are we wasting Hellfire missiles to a tune of 200,000 per unit to destroy a, quote, balloon? It doesn't seem plausible, but if true, that warrants its own explanation. It would also be made clear how the balloon is able to travel at that speed." And here's just another perspective by someone who posts soft target. So you just kind of see it blobbing along there in an almost amorphous way. This is very strange. You can see little ends changing like it's almost like a water droplet of sorts. And the way it changes the trajectory of the Hellfire missiles is interesting. So you have to think that the impact, the kinetic energy released on the impact is not enough to destroy the missile entirely. It's not very clear video, but the missile just turns and does like an arc, an apparent arc, which is odd. I think this is one of the best anomalous unexplained object videos that we have because we have object impacts. We get to see the physics of the unidentified flying object, and there's the impression of great speed of travel. But it has a lot of features that make it more memorable than some of the previous instances of UFOs share with us. Of course, there is the teleportation MH370 video, but I had shown evidence that that video could be faked, though it would constitute one of the most elaborate hoaxes ever. So I think as long as public interest is maintained, we're heading in a good direction. It could be a part of a gradual process to warm the public up to the idea of technology is beyond comprehension, which already currently exists. That is to assume that there are individuals controlling what the world population gets to know at what time. If there are any interesting updates, I'll make another video. Thanks for watching.